That's right. That's right. We're live now.
Got
We're all
something in
kinds
the
of live
background.
now. We're all kinds of live now. Tell them what's up, Jim.
Hey,
Tell 'em what
we're
going on
here.
today.
Here we are.
Here we
Another Thursday
Another Thursday.
with Mike and Jim.
That's
That's
right.
right. I knew he was going to say. See, we've been doing this long enough now to where I almost feel like I can finish your sentences.
I'm getting to that point now as well. We don't overtalk each other so much. That's a plus.
I think we do a pretty well job at that. For you guys that are watching the replay, put in your comments. Let us know how you think we do together on camera. But it's not really about what we do.
No, not
It's
at all.
about what we do when we're on camera and what ends up of it. Which here's what ends up of it. We get to a place like this, which we checked in on the videos for. Kustom Kreations by someone, our guest.
Our guest today.
And then what we do is we get their story, we talk to them, we figure out what got them into their place of business, you know, where they kind of came from, their backstory, and then we want to expose what they do. Most of these people all have some sort of a talent, some sort of a gift, or they've built something that everybody else wants a piece of.
Yeah, we're not exactly naturals at this. We just keep practicing. We just got started, and we made corrections on the go. Pretty much everything I've done, I was never a natural at, but the more you do something, the better you get at it. So you just got to expose yourself to it, keep practicing, make corrections on the go, and that's exactly what we're doing here week to week. I think we're coming up on 40 now. But I'm excited about this one. I've been looking forward to this one for a while because it's busy season for our guest today. So this is a good day to interview him. I've known this guy since we were kids. This guy's a Bradley boy. My grandma grew up. I grew up on Wabash. A lot of time at my grandma's house, and all the neighborhood kids kind of hung out a little bit. And this guy was in our pack most of the time. And he was into cars back then. His dad was into cars back then. So it's only fitting that he's growing into what he's coming to today. So he's come up with quite of a good creation here, and he's good at what he does, and that's why he's doing what he does today. And you're going to find out exactly what he's doing as we take you on the tour later on in the video.
That's right. We got a couple live people that just jumped on, so let me tell you, stay to the tour at the end. This place is super cool, super cool. We got an extra special guest with us today, too, that you wouldn't expect. Although we've had more of these appearances on our videos as of lately.
Yeah, and this guy's got his own niche in the market. There's nobody quite like this guy, and that's why he's so good at what he does. He's unique at what he does. There's nobody else that can do it exactly the way he does it. Let's just bring him onto the show. Welcome to the show for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Keith Kimmons! Woo! Yeah.
Hey, man. Thanks for coming on today. We appreciate you giving us some time, man.
Right in the middle of your work day, too, so you're busy, but thanks for taking the time out to interview with us today. But what I like to talk about is how the seed got planted. You know, how did you go from just a regular employee working for somebody else to working for yourself? How did that transition take place, and how did that seed get planted?
Started as a hobby. Did it for my friends, did it for family. People started paying me to do it, and kind of became a job, and now it's a career.
Okay, so it was a hobby. So you had a regular job on the side.
Yeah.
And when you weren't busy at your regular job, you did this on the side outside of your regular working hours.
Absolutely. Got to be where I was working all the time, and it really took over my life. And I had to make something of it. And I built a business, and now I can work 9 to 5, and it works great. I love it.
Okay.
So can I ask a real question? You
A
say
real
you
question.
work a 9 to 5. How true is that?
Well, that's kind of what you say you're supposed to, but I mean, I try to split it up that way. I still have family time, and I can still be home with my family and my kid. And so.
Well, I've seen you outside of just the shop in itself, too, and I know you're working more than 9 to 5 with a lot of these art pieces that we're going to see here, too. And let me address this live audience, too. If you guys didn't catch the beginning of it, we're here with Keith Kimmons.
Keith Kimmons.
Of Kustom Kreations.
Kustom Kreations.
You've seen it down Broadway. You've seen the trailers. We're going to do the tour after this, too, so you can really get a peek at everything. But Keith, share with the audience, where do people find you? Where are we at on Broadway? What's the address, and how do people get in touch with you?
138 West Broadway. I bought Shane's Auto Body 4 years ago now, and I brought it into, so I have 2 separate businesses, Shane's Auto Body and the Kustom Kreations, where I do the motorcycles and the custom cars. And
Yeah.
Okay, what made you decide to go into business, though, for yourself? I mean, there must have been a point, something that happened, something that took place. You were at a crossroads somewhere where you had to go one way or another. Describe that situation and how that transition took place. What made you decide you had to go into business for yourself? What happened there?
I got so busy, and it got to be where it was actually a business versus a hobby. And
Okay.
I kind of got pushed into I had to do something, to make it more in the scene or make it more visible to the public. So.
Did you have a regular job at the time?
No, I was doing it full time.
Okay, so you were doing it on the side anyway, just out of your regular house or
Yeah,
regular
I
garage?
had a shop built.
Okay.
I built a shop, and it was at my house, and it got to be where I just lived and did that all the time, and I wasn't really enjoying it anymore.
What about before you got that busy? What was your last regular job before you started doing this full time?
Yeah, where did Keith start out at?
Well, I used to sell cars. Me and my father owned a dealership in Kankakee. Did that for a few years. Didn't work out great because butted heads too much. We couldn't work together, so I had to do my own thing. And then I actually took a side job as I worked as a beer salesman at Miller Lite.
Okay.
That was a pretty cool job, but you know, it got to be where I was getting a little older and I didn't want to party all the time, so I kept doing this, and then it got to be where it revolved into this, and now
So when you were selling beer, you pretty much had there was a time you had to give that job up to start doing this more often. You got so busy you just couldn't work for Miller Lite anymore.
Right. Well, I was actually working on all of Miller Lite's vehicles, like stickering their vehicles and doing the semi trucks and painting stuff. So they kind of actually
one of your biggest leads.
Yeah, they kind of one of my bigger leads. So I was working on them at night and selling beer during the day, and I'm not much of a beer salesman, so.
So after a while, you had to quit selling the beer. You just one day made your mind up. Okay, it's time to stop selling beer because I'm too busy with the side job that I got going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then when was the point that took place in which you got so busy doing it on the side, you had to find your own actual building and you had to find a location to bring this business into fruition?
It was probably a few years prior to buying this. I rented a building over here on Washington behind Gale Lanes over there, and
because you realized you were too busy to work out of your house.
Yeah, right.
So you had to rent a building then, okay.
And then this place became available, and then I kind of went in with the guy to buy it, and now I fully own it. So.
Okay.
And we're going to show the audience exactly what you own.
Wait till you see what they got going on here. They got a lot of stuff going on today.
It is crazy. It's like man, they had some shows about it where they were building some bikes and things, but this is the real deal. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about some of these bikes, because I know you do more than bikes, but that's a big part of your business.
Yeah, that's huge.
How do people get involved with them working on their bikes, or you working on their bikes?
Well, the Harley Davidson motorcycle, it's like, and it's hand in hand now that they customize them the way they want them. I mean, like they say, everybody's got a black street glide. Well, they come to me with that black street glide, and I'll customize it, put stereo in it, paint it, anything I can do to it,
to make it kind of their own,
theirs, so they can spot their bike in the parking lot, or or they're in the pack of bikes, they're the cool one. Or
I've realized that a lot of people with their bikes, it's kind of like a piece of them, a piece of artwork that represents them, which is really neat. And that's something too that we're going to catch after we get the words of wisdom from Keith when we go and show you a couple of these projects that are going on. One more question for you, Keith, too, is what's the day in the life of a business owner? You have a lot of moving parts here. What time are you getting up?
What kind of cereal do you eat?
Yeah, the cereal question. He's definitely a coffee drinker. He likes.
I don't know. I get up at 6 o'clock every morning.
6 every morning. Sometimes works out with us at the gym. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Once in a while.
I gotta get back in there. I feed my family. They'll send them off to school. My wife's a school teacher. My son's in 5th grade, 6th grade.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I usually come up here 8 o'clock. I open at 9. I just pump all day, just get it done, paint, fix stuff ready. I don't know. Every day's different. I have projects from all over.
Yeah.
Things ship in. I get bikes shipped in from all over the country. I sell bikes all over the country. They get shipped out. I mean, most of my clientele ain't even from this area. Like, it's always all shipped in. So
yeah.
Most of those bikes out in the shop are not even in this area.
That's how we're interviewing a talented person right
here. Yeah. Now, even though you said you butted heads with your dad, I would imagine that you learned something from that experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Because your dad always had a car lot growing up, so you got to see what it's like to run a business. You had to learn something from that. What kind of things did you learn from that helped you out in running your own business now?
Knowing how to pay the bills.
Yeah. How to pay the bills.
Yeah.
How to pay the bills.
Yeah, knowing how to run it, I guess. I mean, we only butted heads because I wanted to do other stuff that he wanted to do, so I wanted to go this way and he wanted to go that way. So
you had different ideas, you had new, fresh ideas, and he wanted to stick to the old school.
He wanted to do the old school stuff, and I wanted the new age, what everything was changing to. And
Gotcha.
the new.
And he couldn't quite understand that concept.
He still
was stuck in his
don't.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes here throughout the day and doesn't even understand what I'm doing, and I'm like, it's fine. It'll be fine.
Well, it's obviously all working out then.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the hardest part about getting started? Like, once you opened up this building, what was the hardest part about getting started? You already had the business coming in. Aside from that, what do you think was the hardest part about getting things moving? We got UPSs here now. This is live. Anything can happen when we're on Facebook Live. UPS, if you got to sign something for UPS,
Yeah, hold on
go ahead and sign it.
Yeah.
When we're on, hey, what's up? There's another guy
Sure
we
look
haven't
into
seen.
this. We might have just given away our special guest too. Here, let me show you on these cameras.
Yeah, we got UPS here today. Go ahead and show them UPS is here, Jim.
Let's do. Hey UPS.
Yep, UPS
And then
is here today.
the special guest down below.
He needs to get there. Oh, we got Carmen there. Carmen, so when you walk into Keith's Kustom Kreations here, you'll see Carmen here. She usually greets people as they walk in. So I guess this is a good time for the tour. Keith,
Yeah, we got a couple people on here too. Nicholas Scott, Nate Morgan's on here. What state is this? Illinois, Nate. We're in Illinois. Illinois.
Yeah, go ahead and take us for a walkthrough, Keith, and we'll start doing the tour now.
Some cars I've done years ago.
Years
You know
ago.
what I'm saying? RVs, some trucks, some boats.
So these are cars you did. So you do mainly auto body work. You can paint. You can do a little bit of everything. Then, huh?
Yeah,
You got some auto body work you do here as well.
a couple
You
bikes.
can work
that,
on cars, even though it's when you took over Shane's Auto Body, you kept the name. What made you keep the name up there?
It was you know, he's been in business for 38 years, so I mean, he always had a good reputation. So we get a lot of business from him too. You know, just people know where they used to take their vehicle when it got an accident or anything.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And plus, you can still work on cars. So
Yeah,
you still drop the
absolutely.
cars off here. And these are just other awards that you've won in
Yeah, some of
various
the baddest
competitions.
baggers shows. Yeah. Some of
Okay.
The baddest baggers.
Baddest baggers.
a couple of those bikes made calendars from my paint company, Matrix.
Oh.
You know,
Made calendars, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
calendars they made of them.
Dang.
That was
Good
my
stuff.
wife's bike. That was the one from a Kentucky resident.
Oh, yeah?
This blue one was one of my bikes. This orange one was my bike.
Wow, man. So were you like an
Mr.
artist when you were
Westfall,
younger,
what's
or how'd
happening?
you
Josh
how'd you
Popovich,
get into
hey,
this
guys.
stuff? Like when you're younger, what was the first thing that led you into? Like, I guess watching your dad growing up, but what else aside from that do you think got you started into all this? Like, how'd you get interested in this kind of work?
Man, I don't know. Just I always see. I don't know. When I see a project, I just see it before I can. I can't really draw real well, but I can see it in my head. So
Yeah.
I have to actually build it or produce it to understand what I'm. Show off what I want to show people. You know.
Gotcha. Well, you want to give us some words of wisdom real quick, and then we'll take a tour of the place. So, words of wisdom. So, if somebody's looking to get in business for themselves, they got a service or something they can provide, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet because they don't want to take that risk, maybe. What kind of advice or words of wisdom would you have for those people, or even people looking to build their business? Anything you can think of.
Man, I don't know. I guess you'll go broke before you find out. You know, you gotta.
And then when you're backed into a corner, you'll really find out
Yeah, you
what
gotta
you're made
figure
of.
it out. You know, you gotta jump in, either do it and try, and if you didn't make it, then you tried. But if you do, you're winning. It's a golden.
That's what we always say: jump in and make corrections on the go. You got to
Yeah,
jump
right.
in and get it going, and
Exactly.
don't think about it. Just do it.
Do it.
All right, well, take us on a tour real quick. Let's go in the back and see what you got going on, and give us
All
a
right.
special tour here.
This is the motorcycle side.
The motorcycle side.
Our friend Carmen,
Check out what they're working on back here.
our guard
These
dog.
projects in build and mock-up stage. They're getting parts and everything's getting gathered right now on these three. These ones here are
Smell a little.
here are an also mock-up stage. We're doing a complete paint job. Changing the front end and stuff on that one on the trike. Making it more beefy and manly.
Oh wow. This bike's got a bigger rim than my car.
Yeah.
This is what you saw on the calendar. We put a turbocharger and it's into some more upgrades. We're doing a big stereo system right now.
Now that's awesome.
Two left paint.
Okay. You guys stay busy all day.
This is up. I sold this one to Florida. And the customer sold it and the customer contacted me once to touch it up and putting a big stereo in that one too.
Pat Howard, Blair, welcome. You guys are in Kustom Kreations by Keith.
There's a couple more at work.
That would make you get a lot of projects.
That would get air right. That would get you tired.
Well, I guess it's busy season now, so lights are ready to come out like always. Yeah, but it's just so you have time.
Merry, busy season.
I mean,
It really
pretty much stay
doesn't
steady
ever-
all the
it
time,
really
huh?
never slows down.
But some days are busier than
When this
others.
is slow, the body shop sites.
Okay,
boom.
gotcha.
Like
Sweet.
winter when they're wrecking their cars, that's full. And bikes. You'd think it'd be busy in the winter when nobody wants to ride them, but it's really not. It's
That's when
tax
they want
season. And
work
it's
it.
like,
Yeah.
come on, everybody drops their stuff off at once. So.
Gotcha.
And then we go this side over here. We got a.
Oh, there's the wrap pink. Get one of those painted, get fit out of you.
And we got we got vehicles and stuff that we got to work on. This customer's asking for some old school. I don't know, side skirts that cover the tire in the back.
Oh, okay.
Older gentleman who wants it to look. I don't know. It's kind of neat.
Gotcha. What else?
Nobody
you got
else in
back
town
here?
will touch it. So
No, nobody else in town will, so they came to you, huh?
Yeah, they all asked. They all gave me a huge price. Nobody wanted to do it because it wasn't like an easy job. They actually got to put some thought into it. So we doing that. It's almost done.
It's a clean town car for being 20 years old.
Right.
I'd say
So
so.
you got the cop light.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's got the spotlights on it.
He's ready to go. This one here got backed into by a semi and took both doors out, so we're putting 2 new doors on that one.
Okay.
That one in the back, we painted that one last
Sweet.
year. He brought it in for some extra work, and we just got to wash it and give it back to him.
Yeah, what is that? Is that a Chevelle?
Yeah, it's 72 Chevelle. It's like a satin gray we did it in. Like it doesn't have any shine to it, it's kind of just dull.
Let me ask you a question. That's becoming commonly more, or how do you say, just more popular. The flat colors, matte finishes.
Yeah, 'cause it's a little easier to take care of. You just wash it and then wax it, and it doesn't show scratches as bad. So
Gotcha. Pretty sweet.
maintenance-wise, people like to do that because it's easier to take care of.
You got anything new back here?
Yeah, actually, we just purchased a new powder coating system.
Woo!
I got a pretty big oven in
Powder
here.
coating system. You
Powder,
don't gotta send
powder
them
coating,
out.
if you know what it is,
Right here.
Yeah.
to have this in your shop is a big deal.
Yeah, we got the cabinet. I can do up to like 34-inch wheels.
Wow, man.
Like I can get big rims in there now,
Oh, wow.
motors, everything. Then I got the oven itself.
So you've been in business 4 years now. What made you finally decide to make this purchase?
The
Just
fact
time to start
that I
saving
send
some-
out all my powder coating and like you got to wait 4 to 6 weeks for it, and now I can knock it out and have it done within the day.
Nice.
You know,
You're not
you-
waiting for it. And that,
You fill this up with parts and you put it in there. You let it bake.
wow. You're probably excited about that, huh?
So when people are doing powder coat's typically covering chrome, right?
It's
And
covering anything.
anything.
Bare metal. You have to blast it down to, raw metal, and then clean it, and then electrify it with a powder, and then let it bake on. And then it's harder than paint. So,
Gotcha. That's what they're doing engines and stuff
yeah.
with to give them that color.
Red
Okay.
engines, chrome pieces on motors and stuff.
Anything else you want to tell your customers before we end the live video here?
No, if you got a dream, I can help you build it.
Yeah.
If you got something that's, I can do.
So if they got some kind of auto body work or motorcycle work they want
Yeah.
done, this is the place to come to.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Last question, Keith. What is your perfect type of client?
Good idea.
If there's people watching this video, what's the favorite type of work you like to do? The type of people you want to do business with? That way, if you're listening, audience, don't be a chump.
I love it when people give me free reins to do what I want on a build or something. They let me have a vision and try not to clog my vision with their vision.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just give Keith the work and let him do what he does
Give me an
best.
open checkbook and let me go.
Yeah.
You get the best thing you can possibly get.
I want some of those customers
I
too.
do too.
How long does the average car stay at your shop for?
Dustin, John, what's up, guys?
Oh boy, I don't know. It depends. Everyone's different. This one here we've had for quite a while. It was a big job. Some of the bikes, they last 4 or 5 months. Some could be a week. Depending on how much they want to get and how much they want to spend. So.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, thanks again, Keith. Appreciate all the time.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Keith's Kustom Kreations. Kustom Kreations by Keith. I'll take you guys up to the front here one more time.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a look at the outside. For you guys that are on this last minute, we'll get a shot of the outside.
Want some quality work done? Come see Keith. Kustom Kreations.
You can go through there too, Mike.
Through here?
Yeah, you want to get a shot of the front?
There's a paint booth. I don't know if you want to see the paint booth.
Yeah, I
Sure.
do want to get a quick
Let's
thing.
paint everything in there.
We missed something in the tour.
Yeah, we don't want to miss anything.
You can go
we
inside
didn't see
there.
this.
Yeah, so remember
painting
going in this
takes
at like
place,
Camp or
Wow, man, you have
Career
quite the
Center?
setup here.
A little bit different here.
Ventilation system so you don't smell all the fumes. They go out and filter everything. So
Heck yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to get one quick shot of the outside just because it's pretty cool out there.
those tires are right there. We go this way.
Oh, gotcha.
UPS, remember?
You know, I've had them throw a package in front of a fence before and I couldn't get out. Check that out. What an awesome looking car. What do they used to call those, a Woody? What do they used to call that, a Woody or something?
Oh, I painted that for my dad. Yeah, made it look like an old Woody.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
Made it like a little panel truck out of it for him.
Yeah. Looks good for, what do they call those, little HHR or something?
HHR, yeah.
Oh,
Panel
man.
one, it's got no windows in it. You know.
Yeah, I'm like a kid in a candy shop when it comes to this stuff, dude. I'm
Yeah.
not very well at doing a lot of the work, but I love it.
This trailer goes back and forth to Sturgis, freaking Florida, all over, full of bikes. I can haul 6 bikes in that at once.
Heck yeah. Yeah, this thing's been seen all around the U.S. Award-winning
Each
bikes.
side's different too. You get to see. That's all airbrushed on there. DPO airbrush. He did all that for me out of Maryland.
Oh, wow.
This side is.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta clip something with that wheel on there.
Have to upgrade the spinners.
26 views on mine so far.